Hey guys, it's Ben with Myers Woodshop. Today we're going to be playing with the laser. So somebody at my work is retiring after a whole lot of years, so we're going to do a little bit of a gift for them. So what my company wants to do is get them a pocket knife, just like this one, and engrave their name and the company logo on the other side, and maybe a little saying. So we're going to put this into the laser and engrave it. You know from my other videos that I have this yellow and black CO2 laser. It's sold as a 60 watt, probably more like a 50 watt. CO2 lasers cannot engrave on metal. It does not happen. It cannot cut and it cannot engrave on metal. But we can use something to mark on this metal. And what I have is two products, and one I've used before, one I just got in. So one is Crc Dry Moly Lube. This is used to lubricate automotive stuff generally. And that's about $10 a can. And then there's something else called Enduramark, and this one is black. And this is specifically made for laser marking. So what these two products will do is we will coat the knife itself with the product, let it sit and harden, and then the laser will do its lasering on that coating, and then we'll wash it off. I believe it's doing a chemically bonding process when the laser fires on it. So I have this saw blade. We're gonna test out our products and powers on the back of this first, because it's basically the same metal style. So what works on this blade should work on this knife. We'll check the quality of the two. The Enduramark is 50 bucks, $60, maybe $60 I paid, and then the Dry Moly Lube was 10 at an automotive store. So is it worth spending more money for the same process? We'll find that out, and we'll use our laser. So let's go ahead and set it up and see what happens. So here's our knife we're gonna do it on, and this knife is all metal on the shaft. Or maybe the hilt, I don't know what that's called. But so I was originally thinking of doing it out on the blade, which is still viable, but we're gonna do one and on the other on the design. So we're gonna start with this saw blade, and we can just mark on any of that because it doesn't really matter. And these are our two products up close. This is the Enduramark black. They sell, I think, a silver and a white too. And then this is just plain old Crc Dry Moly Lube. And so we're going to go ahead and spray it. I'm going to spray one half of this blade with the Dry Moly Lube, then the other half of the blade with the Enduramark. We'll let that set up and harden, and then we will laser and wash it off. So for both of them, they say to shake until the ball is loose for about a minute. And then we'll hold about 12 inches away and do a light coating on both of these. So all right, we'll start with the Dry Moly Lube. Try to be even. I'm not very good at it. So that's the Dry Moly Lube. It is extremely smelly. Smells like a garage in here. And this is the Enduramark black, which comes out white. That's weird. I was not expecting that. So that black is the white, and this Crc Dry Moly Lube is the black. So the Dry Moly Lube is still pooling in some of the spots because it doesn't really spray super evenly. The white, I don't see that. Even though it's black, it'll engrave black. But I don't see that, and it looks very dry. But you definitely want to make this all dry before you start lasering it. So it's been about a minute and a half. We're going to give it a few more minutes, let it dry, and then move over and go ahead and laser it. All right, we're over at the laser. We're going to open it up. We'll take our material, put it inside, doesn't really matter, I'm just going to put it in the center. We'll go ahead and turn the laser on. And then we need to adjust for the height. So here we are. All right, bring it over. Then we'll get our focal length out. And we'll adjust our focal length. All right, now we'll go to the computer and set up our file. Okay, first thing we want to do is have Lightburn open. On the bottom we can see we found the RDC644XG. This is it. So for me, I'm going to go into camera. I'm going to turn on camera overlay with the Lightburn camera. This is one awesome feature. You can see there's my deal. So if I hit overlay, I can see exactly where I'm going to be cutting. So what we want to do, we're going to test out on here. We'll just test this with the logo of my work, which is right here. So I pulled that in and the import and test it over here. Now this is a color logo that has a background shadow in the back, but you can see it's not going to work so well for our purposes. So I'm going to have to delete that and delete that, delete that, delete that. Got some weird things we need to fix. That should be okay. So we'll come back over to cuts. And if we right click, we can see what's on here. And for some reason, the little bug backgrounds are different. We're gonna Oh well. All right, so we're going to engrave this, and this is kind of a shot in the dark because I've never done it. So we're just going to do fill on both of these. And for my laser, I think I'm going to try 100. And we're going to do a power of 200. Or, I'm sorry, a power of 20 for both of these. So we'll do that there, and we'll know this bottom right one is a fill of 120, 100 speed, 20. So I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to paste it, and I'm going to move it up here. And what we'll do, we'll change this one to a different color, red. And let's do 100, and we'll do 30. So we're just going to be testing what comes out best. So we're going to copy and paste again. So we'll take it all, Control C, and then Control V gets us another one. So we'll put it over here. And I'm going to change that to green. So each one is going to be at a different power and speed. So let's do a speed of 10 and a power of 15. It's drastically different, but we'll give it a try. And that is in the, oh, I'm sorry. Nope. So that's over here on, so we have two on the Enduramark. Now we'll just copy these for the Dry Moly Lube. So that way we can compare the two. So that's it. We'll go ahead and hit start, and we'll see how it engraves. All right, so we're over at the laser. We're ready to start. So we're gonna hit frame just to make sure our layout is correct. Looks like we're gonna be good. All right. Okay, so we're finished. We have the Dry Moly Lube is the darker, the Enduramark black is the white color. So we're gonna go inside and wash it off in the sink and see the quality and how well it stays on. All right, so it's in the sink. We're gonna take the water and we're just gonna wash it off. Okay, so neither of this just rinses off, apparently. We're gonna have to take a rag and wash it as it gets wet. So the Enduramark pretty much just wipes off. Cleanup is super easy and takes about 4 seconds. The Dry Moly Lube takes a lot of rubbing. And if you're going to be doing a lot of this, you don't want that extra work. And I've already rubbed it off over here. You can see that's way darker and nicer than this Dry Moly Lube over here. Up here is not too bad. So let's take it out to the shop and I'll give you a close-up of that. Alright, so I've got a Scotch-Brite pad. I'm going to rub it on here. Just to show you how durable it is. And honestly, I don't think anything has come off for either of them. Alright, here's the close-up of it. You can see it's hard to capture in the light and the reflection, but that right side is really, really nice. And the left side is not even gone here and missing. But the top side, it's really, really, really good. And this one is fainter. You can kind of see. Again, it's really hard to capture it with the reflection. It's faint over here. It's not as good. All the lines didn't take. So Dry Moly Lube will work, but it's not very good. I definitely want to invest in the Enduramark. So we like what we got over here. Probably going to go with these settings. They look really good as compared to this. So let's go with this setting and then engrave the knife. Alright, so here's the knife. I'm going to open it up because I may end up engraving on the knife, but either way. We'll spray this side and then we'll spray the other side, and we're just going to do the Enduramark black this time. So you want to clean off any fingerprints that are on there, any marks. Let's keep it dry. And again, you just want a light, even coat. So we'll let that dry, we'll flip it over, and we'll do it on the other side. Alright, now we're just going to flip it over, and we'll do the same thing to the other side. Here we're back at the laser, so I'm just going to set that down in the center. See, it didn't get super dry. I have some white on my fingers, and it really just like melts off. So we're going to go ahead and set up focus again. Okay, so we're back over at the computer. What we liked the cutting and the fill of this, but we like the power and speed of the red. So what we're going to do is, the red is 100 at 30. So we're going to delete the top two, delete this one, that one, and then shouldn't be, oh, there's a little bit left up there. Now we have no red. So what we're going to do here is change this to 30 max power. Hit OK. So we're good there. We're going to go back over to camera control and we're going to update the overlay. And here is our knife. So we're going to drag this over and we're going to get it really tiny. So we want it to fit in here. And we're going to take away this bottom wording because that doesn't really matter. Kind of didn't select all of them. Bring it over here and then kind of turn it a little bit. So hopefully it fits right there. That's going to be pretty good. So the rest of it, we're going to put his name over here. And we're going to make it, let's change what we do. We'll do it in that font. Then we'll hit OK. We're going to make it smaller and drag it up. Go back into cuts. We're going to change this into black. Down here at the bottom, we want it to do just exactly the same as it does over here. So that works. We have those two. If we click preview, we can see what it'll look like. It looks pretty good. It's going to take 43 seconds. So I think what we're going to do here is we're going to do a crosshatch and hit OK. And in the preview, you can see it kind of does them all. It'll be a little bit darker. Fill it in a little bit better. So this is how it's going to go ahead and laser. It's pretty good. And we'll finish right there. I think what we will do is make this, the name separate, a different color. We'll make it blue. We're going to make it just two different operations. For some reason, if this is off, then we didn't screw up the name too. So I'm just going to do one at a time, make sure we're good. So the first thing we'll do is probably do the pest control by atoms. And then, so we'll just disable the output of the blue and we'll just run that one first. So let's go back over to the laser and go ahead and laser this in. Alright, so you can see it finished. Came out pretty good. But we like where we're at, so we're going to go ahead and do his name. Good deal. Here you go, here it is focused. This is before we wash it off, so that's what we got. Now we're going to flip it over and put a little saying on this side, and we'll just repeat the process. So we'll put it back down. I still have white on my fingers, so let's cut it out. A little saying there. All right, so we're back over the computer. We're zooming out. We're going to hit camera control, and we're going to update it again because I've moved it. Now you can see we're on the other side. So we'll go back to our cuts. And what we want to do is just do a saying. So we're going to delete the little logo because we don't need that anymore. And we'll just take these. We'll take this and we're going to name let's see. We'll take this, and if we double click it, we can change what it says on there. And we'll write, "You have inspired us all." So we like that. That's pretty good. And we'll go back to this. And we're going to kind of curve it to where it'll fit on this knife. Go a little smaller. Something like that. You can't see it, but there is a little divot here for the locking mechanism, so we need to go under that. So I'm going to go a little lower, or something like that. And we're in fill mode. We can hit preview. And it's only doing one way, so again, we're going to click on, double click the link, click crosshatch, hit OK. Preview it again. That looks good. So hit OK, we'll frame it out on the laser, make sure that it's going to go where we want it, and then hit start. So that's what it looks like right there. So it looks like on the other side. So now let's go clean it off and check the results. So I'm just going to take a paper towel. I'm going to put the knife in because it's jabbing me. I'm just going to take a paper towel and just rub. You can kind of see it's just like a dry powder now. Just rub that off, and then here's his name, the quote. Just rub that off. Rub it off on the other side. That's what it looks like. So let's get a little bit of water. So I got a little damp cloth. Just rubbing it. It's getting much darker as soon as I wipe it off. That's what it looks like. It is really, really good. It's really hard to capture on here. You can see like there's a before I wipe it off. And I wipe it off with a little bit of water. And there's the after. If I get to focus like that. Really nice, really dark. So this stuff works really well, and it's really high definition, especially compared to Moly Lube. And you're not scraping it off. It doesn't come off. I can rub it with my finger, and I'm actually ripping my fingertip apart, and nothing has come off on here. So you do feel it. If you run your finger over it, it's kind of raised. So you do feel it on there. Which is kind of neat. It's a nice feeling. But so that's it. That's the Enduramark Black engraved with the laser. All right, so that's how you come out with engraving. That's the saw blade that we engraved on. That pretty much proves that the Crc Dry Moly Lube is not worth it. If you're gonna do something, go for something like the Enduramark, something that's made specifically for the metal. This was about $60. There is another item called Enduramark that's out there, and Lasermark. I haven't used either of those, but they are more expensive. It's about $100. So the Enduramark works really well. And now we have a really nice gift to give at our retirement party. And it's memorable and even more special because someone else at his work did it for him. So that's it for this video, guys. If you like this video, make sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe. If you're looking for a laser like this, I leave links in the description below. They are affiliate links. I do get a little bit of a cut from that. You pay no more than any other link out there, but it allows me to buy these products, make these videos, and show you what's going on. So if you're looking for Enduramark, that link is down below. If you're looking for this laser and all my add-ons, those links are down below. And make sure to check out the other videos I have about this laser and all the other things I have going on. Thanks a lot. Happy lasering.